Hi everyone, it's Morgan from For the Love of Paper, and I am here with my part 3 for January's Project Life. This is the final installment for January, so keeping it simple again this year and trying to do minimal layouts. I am also hoping to get one 12 by 12 spread in at the end of each month. So just something that either sums up the whole month or whatever the one big important event that happened in that month. I want to try and scrapbook that as a 12 by 12 spread. So this month was Sam starting school, and I have already done the 12 by 12 layout for that, and I'm just going to pop it at the end of every month. So that'll be the last spread for each month. So hoping to be able to do that every month. And this layout here took me a little bit longer than my last couple of Project Life spreads for this year, mainly because I hadn't embellished in Photoshop before I printed my photos, so I didn't really have any of my pre-cut stickers already made. So it took me a bit longer to go through all my stash and find appropriate embellishments and stickers and whatnot to add to the photos. And the ones that I do pull out and stick on that you see in the video some of them don't even end up remaining on the layout after I'd finished it, because I decided that I didn't like them and pulled them off again. Now this video does come to a very abrupt end because my camera died partway through the process, unfortunately. I think I ran out of space on my disk or something, I can't remember. And yeah, so I think this layout took me about 25 minutes to complete, which compared to my last 3 Project Life videos was quite a bit longer. I mean, it's still not a long time at all, but it was a bit longer than the others, mainly because I wasn't pre-prepared beforehand. And these stickers here were from Harvey Norman. I think they were $1 a pack on sale. They were originally $3 or $4, I think. So I used these little puffy stickers. It's a pencil and a crayon and a little star, I think. Yep. And I thought that those fitted perfectly with what he was doing there. He was doing some homework. It says day 3 of school on the bottom of that. That's actually a typo, and it was the second day of school, and he had some homework, which was to colour in his little reading book. And he got home, had a snack, got dressed out of his uniform, and then just sat on the floor and said, I'm going to do all of this. So I was sitting on the couch watching him and then fell asleep and woke up half an hour later when he had finished. So he just sat there and coloured and coloured and coloured until he was done, and then he woke me up. So that was a really excellent afternoon that we had there. And the other photo was day 2, where he just crashed. He came from school absolutely exhausted, laid down he sat on the couch, he read a book, and then next thing I look over, the book's fallen over, he's fallen over, and he's sound asleep. So we'll see how often that happens, how often school wears him out. So I have put a couple of embellishments down already. As you can see, this one didn't make it on the layout. These 2 cork pieces do not remain on the layout. They stay on there for the duration of the video, but after the video cut out, I did actually take them off and change them up a little bit. And yeah, so the middle photos, I'll go through what they are. The one middle on the left was Sam holding a cucumber that he grew in his garden that his Auntie Justine had bought him for his birthday last year. She bought him like this metal garden and a few plants to put in it. So that was one of the things that he had harvested. I think we ended up getting about 3 or 4 cucumbers off that before the plant died. So it just got too hot and couldn't handle it, which is pretty cool. He was super excited to be able to snack on things that he'd grown himself. And then the second photo was of a drawing he'd made on our whiteboard, and it was just of two people, and they had check shirts on that were meant to be like a disco ball shirt, and they were doing jazz hands. And then he asked me how to spell jazz hands so that he could write it on there, and I just thought that was too freaking adorable. I can't remember what movie Jazz Hands is from, and I didn't even think that he'd watched it, but apparently he had, or he'd heard it somewhere. So that's that one. And then the card at the end was my mum and Sam having a pillow fight. She came down for lunch one day, and Sam took that opportunity to beat her up with pillows. I think she got a few good hits in as well, but that was quite a cute little picture. And I was going through that container that I had there, was a whole lot of die cut words from a company that I can't remember the name of. It's a company here in Australia, and I had actually won a scrapbook challenge the end of last year, December I think, for Show Us Your Stuff, and as part of my prize I got some of those die cut words and some flares and a few other things. Actually, I got heaps of stuff. I was blown away with what the prize was, which is really, really awesome. So those were some of the words in there. And then that journaling card that's in the middle, it says month in review, and I really, really love this idea. I am going to try and use this card every month, and it's basically just the top 6 things that happen in the month, or just 6 things about the month, anything really. There's 6 little spots, and I am going to try and do that at the end of each month, just as a little recap, little review. Even if I haven't done printed photos, even if I haven't got photos for whatever I write on there, I just thought it was a good way to sum up what happened each month, and that card's just perfect for it. Again, I think that one was from the Lily Pad as well. I can't remember the designer, I'm sorry, but you could probably search for it. The top photos were of my fat belly at the beginning of the month, and then at the end, just to do a little bit of comparison. So I think that was 27 weeks, and then I was 30 weeks in the other photo. And I don't end up embellishing that at all. That little green puffy sticker ends up coming off there. And the last photo was of Sam and Frank doing schoolwork every morning. We've been doing this for over a year, that Sam does school stuff every morning before he even went to school, and that's what they were doing. And that's this layout done, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.